Andrew Burns was a Northern Irishman and a member of the Real IRA, murdered by Óglaigh in hÉireann. According to The Guardian, at the time of his death, Burns was believed to have been the first victim of a Republican terrorist murder in Northern Ireland for 6 years. A native of Strabane, Northern Ireland, Burns was killed in the churchyard at Doneyloop, Castlefin, a small village in County Donegal, under the pretext that he was required to go on an IRA operation in which it was intended to murder a PSNI officer who was dating a girl in Donnyloop. When they got to Donnyloop, they were met by 3 men who were known as members of Óglaigh in hÉireann. Kelly said that a week before the murder he was approached by Mr. A, who asked him to take Andrew Burns to Donnyloop for a punishment beating or shooting. He met Mr. A the next day and he told him that Mr. B and Mr. C would be there for the shooting. Kelly told the officers that he knew it was an IRA operation, and he said he had done other jobs for the IRA but he had never been sworn in himself. He said that on the day of the murder he picked up Mr. Burns in Strabane and drove him in his car to Donnyloop car park. When they got there he saw a red van. Mr. Burns got out of the car, went to the van but came back. Mr. Burns got back in the car and he drove out of the car park, waited about 5 minutes and then drove back into the car park. Mr. Burns got out of the car and then Mr. A walked past him. Then Mr. B approached Mr. Burns and went to pull the trigger of his gun, but the gun jammed. Mr. Burns started to run towards the car park exit. The gunman, Mr. B, ran after him and fired a shot which injured him. Kelly said Mr. Burns stumbled but kept running towards the church. Mr. B chased him and fired a second shot. Martin Kelly of Strabane, a bus driver, was found guilty of Burns' murder in December 2011 and sentenced to life in prison. He had transported Burns to Donegal, where Burns was shot dead.